Last time on Assassin's Creed Black Flag, a bridge fell out from under our feet.
Yarr!
And Kenway. Is that his name?
It's Edward Kenway.
Kenway, okay. And Kenway almost fell to his death, but he held on.
For the goddamn rum.
He held on to it with rum. He's just got like one bottle in the left hand.
Oh my god. That would be epic.
Welcome back to Gladys Chest, everybody.
Where apparently I'm not going the right way? Oh!
I don't know who the main protagonist is still.
That's okay.
I know him as Edward.
Edward. Every time I hear the name Edward, you know what the first thing that comes to my mind is?
Please tell me it's Full Metal Alchemist.
It is Full Metal Alchemist.
Awesome.
Abso-freaking-lutely. Oh my god.
Like, that should be like everybody's go-to when it's mentioned with that. It's like anime. The first thing I think of with anime is obviously Dragon Ball Z.
Well, yeah, because that's like...
That was my damn childhood.
Right.
You know how many times I wish that I, like, as a child, could have instant transmissioned or Kamehameha'd somebody in the face?
I still wish that nowadays, actually. Oh, I just killed it. Oh, I just... Okay.
You just skinned that iguana, dude.
I just skinned it with my...
What was with that hand anime? She's like, yeah.
Well, okay, what's supposed to happen is the hidden blade's supposed to come out, and he's supposed to skin it with the hidden blade.
Oh, glitch!
Yeah, it's a bug.
Actually, it was an iguana.
It took me a minute. Wow, that took me way too long. Hey, buddy. Whoops. I'm just gonna lay you down here in this bush. Yep. Oh my god.
It's time for a nap.
The funny thing about that is, apparently the other guards don't notice that. They never...
Like, even if they're looking at you?
Yeah, well...
I was gonna say they have to when they're looking at you.
When they're looking at you, but you would think, realistically, because, you know, all video games are realistic,
yeah, dude, just look at Halo.
Of course.
Dude, I was stuck in an argument with a couple of kids that Call of Duty was not as realistic as Halo. And I understand, like, Call of Duty isn't the most realistic thing, but they were arguing that Halo was more realistic and had more real-life, to-do-ness.
To-do-ness.
I couldn't think of a word to go with that.
No, that's perfect. It's very appropriate. No, like... Wait a minute. So they were arguing that Halo was more realistic.
Yeah, they were arguing that Halo was more realistic than Call of Duty.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of...
I mean, this was back in my Halo 3 days, but that was... Yeah, Halo 3 was actually my first online game ever.
Mine too. Back in high school. Well, you're younger than me, correct?
Yeah.
But back in the day, like when it first came out, like we were like, "Hey, we've got school tomorrow." Yeah, but I've got Halo. Halo.
Well, even still, dude. Like after a certain point where I had like a car when I was 16.
I was switching weapons. Or
yeah.
trying to. Instead, I wanted to beat him with a treasure map.
It's acceptable. Just like doing. Oh yeah, you haven't seen Alien. Never mind. I was gonna say like shoving the.
You can make a reference.
I was like, well, I feel like you're halfway lost in it. Like, there's a point in the movie. It's like this big pivotal moment where like a main character is. You shot that guy in the back of the neck, and he's just like, oh, whatever.
He was like, oh, was that a mosquito?
Oh, was that a... Ouch!
Oh my god, game logic. But anyway.
But the guy, like, one of the main dudes is trying to kill Ripley.
Oh, I know who Ripley is.
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver. He's taking a newspaper and or a magazine and like shoving it down her throat, trying to suffocate her. So like I just had this, I had this mental image of like just there where you're like kill him with a map, like he just rolls it up and tries to shove it down his throat.
That would have been perfect.
What I really want to see in a video game is like the Riddick Death by Teacup. Like it actually be a thing. Yeah, did you not watch that?
No.
Oh.
I can't say
I believe it's in the second one, the Chronicles of Riddick. He takes a teacup and he puts it on a rock, and these two guys are like hassling a girl that he's befriended. And he tells them that he's going to kill him with the teacup.
Oh, this sounds bad.
And they just kind of laugh.
Yeah.
And one of the dudes rushes forward and tries to hit him. Well, he smashes his hand down on it and like crinkles the metal and then twists it so it makes like a serrated edge around the teacup lip.
Jesus
and
Christ.
Then stabs it into the dude's chest.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so Riddick...
I would not feel mad about somebody killing me with a teacup. I would be like, applaud to you, sir.
You just got the teacup out of you. Applaud to you, sir.
Well played!
Fall, hit the ground, dead.
Oh my god, can you imagine? Like, I'm sure
No,
somewhere...
that would be painful as well.
Well, I mean...
I can't imagine, but I don't want to.
Well, could you imagine, though, somebody in history has actually died a ridiculous way like that?
There was an individual who died from a meteorite hitting him. Like a small piece of meteor, like a rock from space. Yeah, no. 1,000 Ways to Die. Whether or not that's a credible source, I imagine it is, because a lot of that...
I believe so.
A guy was basically at a pool party or whatever, and a random meteorite fragment came down and hit him, killed him.
Speaking of 1,000 Ways to Die, death by water. Drinking too much water, that's a thing. I was not aware of that.
Too much of a good thing is indeed a bad thing, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed.
So be aware of your internet porn. Remember, too much of a good thing is a bad thing.
Hey, you know what? Porn can be pretty lethal. Oh my god, this guy's drunk off his ass.
Dude! That's where the rum is gone!
The damn Spanish blokes took it.
Blokes?
Blokes, yeah, the Spanish bloke. Well, because Edward's Welsh. He's considered British.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I wonder if I can kill this guy without alerting that.
It depends on how cognitive that guy is. He is not cognitive at all.
Nope! Oh man, I just wanted to be, I just want to give the audience one sneaky segment. One sneaky one where I was actually being assassin-y, kind of.
Well, that was your chance. You lost it.
Not quite. Well, I can say I killed a drunk man.
Isn't that dude just gonna come by and see the body? Or?
Oh, he'll see it, but he won't know. Like, he'll be like, what the devil? See, he's cautious.
Oh,
so
okay.
I haven't technically been caught.
Well, it's like in the last area, they just immediately went on offensive.
Well, yeah, that's because they actually saw me do the act somehow.
Oh, okay.
Which is... Oh, yeah, see, he's going to actually investigate now.
So you're just gonna kill him?
I'm going to, once I sneak up on his ass... Okay, so he somehow... The game's really buggy and sensitive sometimes with their the Nemesis system or whatever it's called. Nemesis system, I'm thinking
Dude,
of Shadow
speaking
of
of Nemesis system, Shadow of Mordor is amazing.
Oh my god. Can we do a Let's Play of that game? Do you have that game?
PS4.
PS4 is fine.
Like I said, dude. Like single-player games that I knew were going to be, like, associated with just me playing by myself. Yeah.
I have not seen any Let's Plays of Shadow of Mordor.
Really?
Not many.
Oh, okay.
Not ones that were, like, famous YouTubers have done.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. I mean, I've seen a ton for Bloodborne, though, because let's be honest.
Bloodborne was, like, the...
It was my
What would that be? The poster boy of the PlayStation 4.
Oh my god, it was my first rage quit game.
Really?
Yes,
You didn't play any of the Dark Souls?
No, Austin...
Play Demon Souls, it's a bitch.
Austin had said, you need to play Dark Souls, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna play Bloodborne first, and he was like, you need to play Dark Souls. And then, so I went ahead and played Bloodborne, I bought it and everything, and like... Fuck it. But,
there you go.
I had just played
Pirates.
it, and oh my god, the number of times I got so frustrated with that game. I could not get past the first town, or the first part of the town, without being pissed.
Really?
Yeah, I was so frustrated. I didn't know how to play the game. I didn't know what to do, which rarely happens because usually I can get a handle on the game pretty fast. But
the gamer's intuition is strong with this one.
But not with me for Bloodborne apparently. But I never finished the game, and honest to God, I took it back and sold it.
Really? Dude.
That's how I never get pissed at games that much. I never rage quit. Never. No matter how frustrating it is to me.
That's nuts.
And like I said, it was the first one where that just happened. Oh man.
That was great.
I'm so glad I'm playing this game. I remember why I enjoyed it so much.
The little bugs that you just absolutely enjoy.
Oh my god.
Oh dude.
Oh, well.
Damn, he just...
Alright.
He just knocked your ass off the pillar.
He was like, fuck you, you're not gonna get on that tree, that's my tree.
Anyway, so yeah, rage on...
Oh yeah, god, Bloodborne, man. Okay, so I don't rage quit on games very often. Like, no matter how many times I fail, I never get mad enough to be like, I'm done with this game. I'm taking it back. Bloodborne, different story. That is to say, I don't hate Bloodborne. Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful game. Probably one of the most beautiful games I've seen in a long, long time. And I liked the idea, but it wasn't for me just because of how difficult it was. And honestly, I think if I'd sat there and actually played it for a while, I would have been better at it. But it was just one of those where I was like, I'm gonna put this away.
I'm gonna be completely honest. Dark Souls, like, I bought Demon Souls when I got my PlayStation 3, which again wasn't that long ago, and I've played like the first 25-30 minutes, dude, and it is like grabbing your balls, pulling down, and twisting.
Because you know that's a fun thing to do.
And then Dark Souls is kind of like it's going to grab your testicles and pull them a little bit, but there's no twisting action. And then Dark Souls 2 was not nearly as tough as either of them. But I at least had, like, Dark Souls 2 was the last game that I played that was of the series, obviously. So, like, I at least had that to fall back on for the controls for Bloodborne and how the game functioned.
Yeah, see, I didn't have that, and I think if I did, I would have enjoyed the game
Well,
more.
the problem with that is,
Yeah, wee!
The problem with that was, I hadn't played Dark Souls or Dark Souls 2 in so long when Bloodborne came out. So it was like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing again.
But with the are the mechanics the same?
Mechanics are pretty much the exact same, actually.
Okay.
And that, like, the only problem that I had to deal with was I had just gotten the PlayStation 4. With, like, for Bloodborne. I've got the fancy little white Destiny one because everybody was like, Destiny's the shit! And I was like, well, I may as well just go ahead and spend the extra $40 to get a game with it, too.
God, Destiny. I actually don't mind Destiny. I'm terrible at shooters, I admit that. But Destiny was actually rather fun for me.
Destiny's fun up until you get the, I'm not going to mention any names, but I have a couple of friends who, one of them,
story coming on.
Dude, let's just say one of them has like 1,400 hours wrapped up in Destiny alone.
Wow.
I shit you not. He has about 1,400 hours in Destiny. Like, that's all he did. Like, he ate, drank, shit, and pissed in Destiny.
Good God, man.
He probably dreamed Destiny too. Like, that's all he did.
I mean, hey, when you get passionate about something, though.
Oh, yeah, and it was definitely that. But, yeah, no, so he played a shit ton of it. And I can get into it, and I actually enjoy playing Destiny. I have it on both systems. But it gets to a point where it's, people doing the whole, let's farm for this weapon that's extremely hard to find.
I think it's boring after
let's
a while.
go. Yeah, no. There's just a certain point where all this grinding stuff just becomes useless to me. And by the time I actually get it, I'm already just pissed off at the fact that it took me that long to get it.
Yeah, because like when you grind, you want to do it for something like, because you don't have to have the best weapon.
Oh yeah, no.
You want to.
You want to have the best weapon.
Yeah, you want to have it. You gotta want to have it. Like you gotta be able to like. Okay, so we talked about Final Fantasy VII earlier.
Yeah.
You want to grind and you want to do all the side quests and stuff to get the best weapon in the game because you feel like you have to have it to complete the game. I just feel like with Destiny, you don't have to have that stuff though.
Yeah, but the big difference between that is you have this big force, this big foe that you have to kill to get the best weapon. And that's the difference with it. Whereas Destiny, it's a crapshoot as to whether or not you'll get it.
Oh yeah, because 9 times out of 10 you won't get it.
Yeah, that's where the grinding becomes a problem with that. Whereas if I'm given this really big and tough boss to kill to get something that is worthwhile, you want to be rewarded. You feel, yes, that adventure was extremely tough and it made you extremely pissed off, but it was so rewarding in the end because you finally beat him and you got something for it that actually gave you something.
Yeah, that. Oh my God, I can't tell you the number of times where I've played a game. Like Destiny, for instance, where it's like, do this so often. For instance, this game, okay, multiplayer. You have to like actually do shit to earn stuff, and like 9 times out of 10, you won't get the item that you want because it's random.
Yeah.
And that's what frustrates me about a lot of those games. It's like, hey, you got to do this thing to get that, and 9 times out of 10, you may get it or you may not. Who knows? Alright, so this guy, I'm trying to actually air assassinate this guy. Because I want to. Alright. And... no?
Dude, you were way too high up. You kidding me?
Oh, that hasn't stopped me from hitting the haystack. Okay, yeah. Fair point. Well, I'm supposed to be able to. Okay, fuck it. Fuck it.
Dude, that is a long ass fall.
Okay, yeah.
Way!
Well,
I told you, man.
I hit the rumble too hard. That's my excuse.
Sticking to that.
Yeah, sticking to my guns. Oh, fuck, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
You know what the best part about that is?
Next time I'm Gladys chest?
Yeah, next time on Gladys chest.
Next time I'm Gladys chest, I'll kill my first Templar.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you'd gotten it the first time, you would have.
Well, I mean...
Jumping off of ship's masts and stuff, you know.
Alright, kiddies. Laters. Maybes.
It'll be later.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like that's kind of become my outro. I need to start